Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Mugs up to my friend Paul if he's on today. Kind of a rude awakening this morning for parts of the area, and if you're in Huntsville or in Hazel Green or Fayetteville or Florence, you have no idea what I'm talking about, Scottsboro. That's that cluster of rain. You see it over there by Georgia? You see that blinking yellow box? It was pretty active in the Birmingham area this morning, and some of the storms north on the northern fringe of that cluster brushed areas like Double Springs and parts of Coleman County. Many of you from Coleman County were messaging me this morning, and I was giving updates to you on air, also to my good friend John in the Douglas area. Yeah, there was a lot in the way of lightning with it and heavy rain for Coleman County, southern Marshall County, into Aniana, down towards Gadsden, but the core of the severe weather with the higher wind gusts and the rainfall and the larger hail was more towards Birmingham. I know in Coleman County, you're kind of split. You get Birmingham and you get Huntsville stations. And somebody wrote me, and they were telling me what a meteorologist was telling them in Birmingham about how it was going to impact their area in Coleman. And I said, you know, you might want to, I'm thinking to myself, might want to pump the brakes on that because he's probably focused more on Birmingham than he is on Coleman. And sure enough, the larger hail and the winds were more towards Birmingham, and I think that's what he was addressing. So that is moving on out east of Jacksonville now, and I'll take this full so you can see it a little bit better. There's a few little straggler showers there back towards Double Springs now and just southwest of Coleman near the Bethel area. And that is all moving to the east. So we've had one cluster of thunderstorms, which was expected overnight into the morning. Check, that happened. But not everybody had rainfall, right? There was some areas that did not. But we have more opportunities. We are not done yet, everybody. We're not done. Vacation Valerie, good morning. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Laura Lee is on. Good morning to you. Hi, Bailey Pace. Good morning. Bill Beck. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I'm all about this orange tie. I don't know why. I feel like when I wear the orange tie, good things happen. Tegan, how are you doing? Good morning. Good to see you on. Let me advance the graphics a little bit more so you can see the bigger picture of what's going on. So we have these little, we call them MCSs. One of them is moving towards Atlanta. That was the one that impacted the Birmingham area this morning, also portions of Coleman County, and that's now moving to the east. You have another MCS, or we'll call them clusters of thunderstorms, moving through Memphis. That's going to impact the area here between noon and 2. I'll show you how in just a moment. And very, very tough to see, but in northwest Arkansas, there's like a third little cluster starting to develop. All these little MCSs, or all these little clusters of storms, track along a stalled out frontal boundary, which is like the highway or the roadway for these storms to follow. And trying to pinpoint the timing of these is really difficult, especially a couple days out. But I think I got a pretty good vibe on how this plays out today. So next round comes in between 12 and 2. The round after that comes in between 4 and 6, and then we're done for the night before we track a few more storms Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures today, depending on if you have a storm, you won't hit 80. If you have dry conditions all day, you'll be in the low 80s, and it's very humid, very summer-like feel. So your hour-by-hour forecast, I had this back at 7 o'clock, but you see that one little bullseye by Gadsden. That's the storm that's now in Georgia. That moves out. And then we watch the next cluster of storms move in. They will likely take a very similar track to the line this morning, or the cluster this morning, which means that it would probably go south of Florence, brushing southwest Colbert County, Franklin County in Alabama, and then moving through Russellville and Phil Campbell. These would be rainmakers with some winds to 35 miles an hour and probably some small hail. Widespread severe weather not expected. And then that line will probably swing through Coleman County before diving southeast of Gadsden by 3 o'clock. But we're not done yet. Remember, there's 3 clusters, right? Third one is moving into northwest Alabama between 3 and 5. There it is there, affecting Lauderdale County, Limestone County, Lawrence County, a little bit more of the Tennessee Valley. The problem with this particular third cluster is gauging how long it will maintain strength, because this forecast model weakens it out drastically, and it's a traumatic drop-off. So therefore, if you're in Jackson and DeKalb, it probably never even gets to you. But it probably makes it to Huntsville and Decatur. So that one we will have to keep an eye on during the mid to late afternoon hours. And then overnight, it's just kind of cloudy. On Monday, there's another area of storms, another cluster that will probably stay just north of us, but we've added a few storms to the forecast. Remember, during this entire time, we are really warm and it's very humid, a lot of 80s, right? The time of concern will be on Tuesday when the pattern changes. We go from summer-like 80s to some 70s on Wednesday, and a lot less humidity too. So that transition will be marked by thunderstorms. Usually when you have that, that's when you could have the chance for a few severe thunderstorms. So Tuesday is our target time for more in the way of an impactful thunderstorm activity, and that would be afternoon and night, associated with a very strong cold front that will take you from 80s to 70s on Wednesday. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Hi, Amy Seaton. Good to see you. Hi, Jay Vassar. Good morning to you. Thank you for the update. You are very welcome. Good morning to Heather and Stan Barbie. Stan Barbie, don't you have a busy day going on? Something going on? I heard a rumor about a wedding or something. I don't know. I got clued in by somebody very special. Tamara, good morning. Yes, my mom was in Anderson. She said it was storming pretty bad. Yes, they had a severe thunderstorm warning there this morning. I think the warning was for winds and large hail, I do believe. I looked closely at it, but I did not harp on it because it wasn't in our area. But warning vacation, Valerie, Vicky Weatherman. Tatiana, is that the best name ever? Did you see that? Vicky Weatherman. Good morning to you. Vicky, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on this morning. 10-day forecast. So there's your scattered thunderstorms for 50% today. We just explained the different clusters. We're going to call them clusters because it reminds me of like a chocolate bar. It reminds me of a payday. You ever had one of those? Those are good. The caramel would be all over my beard, and I'd be looking like a big old loser. Yeah, those paydays, those clusters coming through today. They're storms, not chocolate. Monday, a few storms. Most areas will stay dry. Probably more towards like Tennessee would have a better chance. And then Tuesday, in all seriousness, got to keep an eye. We'll probably issue a FOD for that. We call them first alert weather days, but in-house here we call them FODs because we're too lazy to say all four words at one time. And that would be for Tuesday afternoon and night. There's your chillier air moving in for the end of the week. That cold front not only brings that chance of severe weather Tuesday, but look at the temperatures. Like May has been wicked wet and wicked cool, right? That Thursday high, if we don't hit 70 on Thursday, that's going to be, what are we at now? What is it, 19th? Today's the 18th, 25th, 24th. That's like the 22nd of May or something like that. That's really late in the season not to hit 70 degrees in the Tennessee Valley. That's like very odd. And then to have that Thursday night, Friday where we have a 52 for a low, that could be 40s. I mean, that's cold. We're not frost or freezing anything. Your gardens are good, but it's still odd to say the least. Next weekend, I've left it dry for now. There's a couple of media outlets are throwing some percentages in for Saturday because that's what we do 6 days out. But I think Saturday and Sunday is good. There's a slight chance of a shower maybe Saturday morning, but I think we're okay. And temperatures will be in the 70s to near 80. And if that holds, that weekend looks pretty good. And I think it's a very important weekend next weekend. Are we at Memorial Day weekend, everybody? Is it that weekend? Yeah, we're there, right? We're running out of weekends in May. That's crazy. I mean, like all of a sudden, like, wow. The unofficial start to summer. But obviously Memorial Day is so much more for many others, and we remember why we observe Memorial Day. But a lot of you will have outdoor plans that weekend, and if that holds true for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, that could be a trifecta of good weather for a very, very popular outdoor weekend, right? All right. Where am I at? Vicky, I love your name. I'm mad crushing on this right now. Laura, good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Joanne, is it Romine? Good morning. Good to see you on. Hey, Chase, my good friend. Good to see you on. Hope all is well. Yeah, I got to keep an eye on Tuesday. You asked me about it last night. I was half asleep when I texted you back. I was like really sleepy yesterday. And I wrote back and I said, yep, Tuesday's the day. We've got to keep an eye out for some more storms that could be more widespread severe. I know we have storms today, but I don't think it's like widespread severe today. I think it's just kind of rainmakers and some wind. My good friend John, I don't think he's on today, but he was giving me updates down in the Douglas area about storms this morning. He said he had winds about 35, 40, no hail, just heavy rain. Kind of typical thunderstorms, the way it's supposed to be. Good morning from Harvest, Rachel. Good to see you on. Rachel Pyle, good morning to you. I always say if you're on, you can chat. I'm not going anywhere. I'll chat with you. That's the way I roll. As long as you say nice things to me, don't hurt my feelings, we're good. If you hurt my feelings, I'll still talk to you. I'll try to warm you up. I'll butter you up with niceness. Kindness kills, right? All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Jeff got his Sunday best on. Oh, why do y'all think I'm so dressed up? This is like you're all so kind, but like I wear this outfit way more than I should. In fact, Eric Burke called me out on Thanksgiving, and he said, Jeff Desnoyers, you got that orange tie on with that shirt again? I said, yes, I do. And so I have buried it in the closet, and I have not worn it. So I've only worn this outfit twice since Thanksgiving. Bok, bok. That was supposed to be a turkey. But yeah, so in 5 months I've worn this outfit twice. But thank you all very much. I'm going to tell him you say nice things about this outfit, and I'm going to tell him that I'm going to wear it more, even if he wants to call me out. I came in that one morning. He's like, you got that orange tie on again, don't you? I do. All right, 10 days up. Everybody sees it, right? Stan, have an awesome day for good reasons. D, what's up? Good morning, my friend. Saying hi to everybody. Happy Sunday. Hey, my friend, our Taco Tuesday may be interrupted by some big boomers that you may have to chase on Tuesday. You going to be out there and about? What am I doing schedule-wise? Oh, I'm Eric on Monday and Tuesday. So I'm here in the morning, and I'm working morning show weather. I will not be here Tuesday afternoon when the storms come in, but I'm sure Brad would appreciate your updates. Good stuff, good stuff. Mary Day Sneed Blank, 81 for Cotton Row. 81, yes, for today. Cotton Row, I like that. I just put that all together in my head. I didn't get that at first. I get it now. I got it. Tatiana's like, yeah, shut up, Jeff. Shut up. I get it. Edward, my good friend, how are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Mary Day says, I mean, it looks pretty good for running. Yeah, it's all good. Cotton Row, you're good to go. Just got to watch out for some storms in the afternoon. I don't know, like events that take place today. I said this earlier this morning, and in all seriousness, like any fishing tournaments or anything that's going to be out and about in the afternoon, I always say download the WAFF 48 app. The radar is really good. I know sometimes it gets a little dicey because sometimes the default when you first get the app goes to future radar, and it's very easy. All you have to do, and I'll show you really quick, for those of you who have never downloaded the app, I strongly suggest it. It's my go-to radar app, actually. I have about 8 of them to choose from, but this is the one I use. So if you go to the app, okay, down here in the lower part, I don't want the light to be there. There's 3 little dots. If you click on those 3 little dots, it pulls up a menu underneath. Just make sure future radar is not clicked and make sure it says precipitation radar. That's the current radar. And this way what happens is when you look at it, you're like, wow, it doesn't match the radar that they show on TV. That's why it's in future radar mode. You got to get it out of future radar mode. I think now they have fixed the default so that when you download the app, it actually goes to the right one now. But there was a time when it would go to the future radar automatically when you downloaded it, and people were like, this doesn't match. And we're like, I know, we got to fix it. So I tried to walk everybody through that. And I think I've talked to just about everybody that's emailed me about it. I fell behind on comments, everybody. I'm really sorry. Wow, there's actually really a lot of comments. This is really great. Oh my goodness. Hi Bailey, good to see you. Vicky, my granddaughter's wedding location is in Tuscumbia at 5:30. The location has been damaged by tornado 3 months ago. Repairs are going on and it's a pretty place. Stan Barber, you have a good time at Tuscumbia. Keep an eye on the radar about 5:30 though. I don't think there's any kind of tornadoes today, but there could be some storms, but that will not dampen the beautiful day that you're going to have today with family. Rachel Hall says, good morning to you. Brenda, good morning to you. Good to see you all on Happy Weather Extra Day. Hey, this is great. Anna, have a great day as well. Anna Denise, Bailey says, good morning again. Sean, my good friend. So for Tuesday, we look at mid-afternoon time. Just curious. Thanks, boss. Yeah, I'm sure that the time frame will probably be adjusted just a little bit before we get to Tuesday. But the time frame for the front looks like afternoon and evening. So that would spark storms after about 2, 3 o'clock and run us through about 8, 9 o'clock with some lingering showers after that. Obviously, the frontal boundary timage is going to be important. That's what's going to trigger the storm. So zeroing in on that part of the forecast will be vital in the next 24 to 36 hours to get the timing exactly right. But that's what it looks like right now. Yes, my friend. Have a good one, okay? Are you fishing today? Fishing, hunting, outside today? Day off, hopefully, for you? Samantha, big cheddar. Thank you. You like the outfit too. I'll make sure to let Eric Burke know. Yes, I will. I'll keep. If he's watching right now, he's up in Chicago, so he's watching right now. He's probably like, mad at me. Anyway, Samantha, thank you. I appreciate it. Very cool. Big cheddar, because I'm cheesy. I love it. Love it. Me and my dad jokes. Angela, good morning to you. I hope all is well. Good to see you. D, you're going to be working that day. Okay, no chasing that day then. That's all right. Appreciate what you did the other day, though. That was pretty awesome. We were tracking that rotating rain shower in Mooresville. What was it, last Thursday? I had somebody write me, they're like, are you going to go on air for this? I'm like, it's raining. I don't know what to tell you. It's rotating, but it's raining, and that's all it's doing. The strongest wind gust with that was 12 miles per hour. I mean, obviously, if it dropped, it would have been a different situation. But if you don't know, there was last Thursday, there was this one little isolated cell near Mooresville, and D went chasing for it on the backside, and he writes me, he goes, Jeff, that's rotating. And I'm like, you know what it is, and we can see it. But it never dropped, and I waited, and I'm glad I waited because it ended up raining itself out. But always adventurous in the Tennessee Valley with weather. Yes, it is. Hi, Mel. Good morning to you. If anybody is on Jeff Desnoyers page and watching this on the cross post, I don't see that comments over here, so I'm not ignoring you. I'll usually answer you back later on my page, but I apologize. Mary Day says, Cotton Row is Memorial Day, traditionally very hot. Yes, Cotton Row is. And I think 81 degrees and sunshine, you could get away with a really good Memorial Day. And 2 days prior to that being in the 70s, it looks like it would be great. If that whole forecast holds out, like I said, there's a few showers for Saturday that I'm just refusing to put in the forecast because it's a very little chance right now. But if it actually plays out to be more, we might have to add a little bit of rain to the beginning of the Memorial Day weekend. But we'll see how it plays out. Looks pretty good for Memorial Day itself, though, which is good. Cotton Row, 81 degrees. Sean, you use Radar Omega, which is a fantastic one, too. I have a plethora of radar options on my phone. I do like the 48 app because it's really easy. Some of the other ones are a little bit more techy, and you have to have a little bit more weather knowledge to use. But I like Radar Omega a lot. I have that too. It's a good one. Rachel Hall, Jeff, I'm moving to Nashville. Oh, are you really? Going to be singing on Broadway with my band I built it. Good for you. You have a great voice. You should be singing all the time. If you haven't ever heard, Rachel can sing, by the way. And good for you to move to Nashville. Nashville's cool. I've been there once. It was cool. I need to see a Titans game is what I need to see. Tamara, I see you on. I saw your hello this morning. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to see you on. 10-day forecast is up. You don't need to see me anymore. Let's pull that up. So there's your 10-day. Again, we're talking about a few clusters of storms today. Another chance of storms on Tuesday. I'm going to actually go backwards for a moment and show you the forecast for today again. So there's your scattered storms. We already had some storms this morning. Mainly for areas in Coleman County, southern Marshall County, the beautiful city of Hartselle had some rain and storms nearby. I'm very impartial to Hartselle. I had lunch there yesterday. I forget the name of the restaurant. It's by a train station. It's called the Freight, I think. Freight something. I had some good old-fashioned catfish with beans and fries, and it was good. Just telling you right now how good that was. I love Hartselle. What a beautiful area it is. Everybody's so nice. You walk into a store and everyone says hello to you. It's awesome. Like, hi, how are you? I don't know you, but it's great to see you. Hour by hour forecast. Here comes the next cluster of storms, okay? After noon, not midnight. I'm not working nights anymore. And they'll affect far western zones, much like the cluster did this morning, except maybe brushing Colbert County and western Franklin County. So Russellville, Phil Campbell, areas like Cherokee may get a little bit of shower activity with some thunderstorms. That line or cluster will clip Coleman County like it did this morning, but instead of moving due east, it will have a southeasterly trajectory to it. So the directional takes it down to like Gaston and Jacksonville, not so much east into Fort Payne, if this forecast model is on, and I think it is. Then there's like a third cluster that's trying to develop on the radar right now. That would be more of a direct hit into Lauderdale County, Limestone County. This is not widespread severe weather, but it is some heavy rain. You usually with an MCS get some gusty winds with it. and you can also have some small hail. That line or that cluster will lose steam as it moves closer to Huntsville and then fizzle out by the evening. And then we just wait for Monday to see how any storms play out. Right now, it looks like it's mainly north of us, but the Tuesday target time would be afternoon and night. That's a sharp cold front that will move through. That would bring a variety of severe weather, all hazards on the table, including tornado threat, also heavy rainfall, gusty winds. And the timing would be Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, based on the frontal passage right now. Once that particular front moves east, Wednesday will be sunny and cooler, and then it gets really cool for Thursday and Friday, and then hopefully the Memorial Day weekend plays out just like that forecast says right now. All right. Jordan, I need the rain to hold off on Saturday. We're going to do a fishing tournament on Saturday in Hansville. It rained the last 2 tournaments we fished in. Jordan, for Saturday, next Saturday, I don't have any rain in the forecast. I have it dry, so that's good. So hopefully it plays out that way. Again, there's a slight little chance, but right now I've left it dry. So you're good based on my forecast right now. Come back to me on Wednesday, and I'll let you know if I've kept it that way. But I think we're all right. Sean, I'm relaxing today. No fishing today. Went to the Renaissance Fair in Tennessee yesterday. Oh, that's awesome. How was it? I love Renaissance Fairs. I think they're fantastic. I'm a big fan. I have good friends of mine, Rick and Darlene. I'm sure love Renaissance Fairs too. Indicator. But yeah, I hope you had a good time. The weather played out pretty good. I mean, like once got into the afternoon, it's pretty warm actually. Very summer-like. Hi, Julie. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Vacation Valley says, I used the 48 app to watch the weather in Missouri and Kansas. It was wild the other night. Vacation Valerie sets up her locations for places that she has friends, family, or where she's ever traveling to because she is Vacation Valerie. And very useful, that app, because it can log into your location and figure out where you are and alert you no matter where you are. You don't have to be just in the Tennessee Valley. You could be anywhere, and it will warn you. It's a cool app. It's actually I've worked at a lot of stations, everybody. I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm a little nomad. I go around all the United States, and I've parked myself here in Huntsville now. And I actually really like it here. That's the best TV app I've ever worked with. It's not even close. It's not even close. It blows every other one of them away. I've worked in top 50 market, well, 52. And it blew that one away, too. Vacation Valley, Freight House, you got it. Ding, 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 chicken dinner winner, you got it. Yes, yes, yes. And the chicken dinner I heard is very good there too. Rachel, you know it. We'll stop in on coffee time and update. You let me know. I'm good. I love that you still call it coffee time. I call it weather extra now. But I still have a coffee mug that says coffee time. But I love that you brought back coffee time right there. That's good stuff. For those of you who don't know, I used to do this in the mornings on my own page in coffee time. And I even got a mug from Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis with it saying coffee time on it that I'm not drinking out of right now because I had way too much coffee already this morning. Earl Hester says trails for week now. Vacation Valerie, you been talking to Tamara. Stan, you have a blessed day as well, my friend. That rain gauge for you in Falkville must be busy. And oh, by the way, I got to send you a message because I have some very important news to tell you, my friend Stan. We might be neighbors. Maybe. It's a long story. We'll talk. I think I got every comment. I'm good. Oh, Tamara, thank you. I like being here. It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this area. And yeah, glad to call it home. It's all right. What do you think?
I love it.
You do? Because you're a Florida girl, right? Yeah. Tatiana, she's from Florida. But Huntsville grows on you. It's like a fungus, but a good one.
Yeah.
I love it. I always, what I love about this area, and this is so corny, but like, even though I work Saturday and Sundays, I like that there's so many things always happening. Like I can go downtown Huntsville, I can get oysters. Yeah, there's a place that serves like raw oysters. Like I'm like back home up in Connecticut, which is great. There's awesome restaurants. There's a walk through Big Spring Park. And if I want to get out of Huntsville and I want to take a little walk on some of the trails, I go out to Jackson County, or I go out to areas in DeKalb County. You just drive around and go have lunch at like small places. Or I'll go up to Hazel Green or New Market, or I'll go west, and I've been out to Town Creek and had lunch there before. And I'll go up into Limestone County and Athens and Elkmont. I don't know. I always find a reason to go someplace, and I explore the Tennessee Valley, and it's helped me with my traffic knowledge, so I know where all the roads are. It's been great. And Hartselle yesterday, I was there all day and had a good time, and I've been down to Coleman to Oktoberfest. I mean, the only place, and I feel really bad, I have not really visited is the Shoals area, and I just haven't done it yet, but I will soon. I will get out there soon. There's too many good places to eat and stuff. All right, Tamara. So Lois is on. Good morning to you from Scottsboro. Good to see you on. If you don't list where you're from, and I remember from another time, I don't mean to stalk you. I just have this weird thing where I do that. Stan Barbie says, cool. Carla says, hi from Cherokee, Alabama. Good morning, Carla from Cherokee, Alabama. Just talking about the one place I have not been to, the Tennessee Valley. I'm going to come out and see you, Carla. I'm on my way, someday, some way. Stan Barbie says 7.37 inches of rain for May 2025. That's a great segment for me to bounce off of this, but over 7 inches of rain that's in the Falkville area. The airports have had tremendous amounts of rain. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but it's starting to get high up there on the all-time May top 10 list since records have been kept. The temperature, about 2 to 3 degrees below where we normally are for the month of May. So cool and wet theme so far in May. Now, if we hit on some of those storms, if you're one of the locations that gets a storm on Sunday and then gets more rain on Tuesday, it pretty much takes us to the end of the month. Depending on how much rain we get for the rest of the month, and if we hit on these next rain chances, dummy me like a month ago said, boy, we really need to hit on these rain chances to avoid a drought. Oh, we have. We've hit on every single one of them, in fact. And many locations are at very high levels of rainfall for the month. I think that could we end up we're not going to hit the top spot, like wettest May ever on record, but we're going to be pretty high up on the list if we keep getting rainfall before the month ends. And there's 1, 2, and then there's another chance the following Tuesday and Wednesday, barring any showers on Saturday. But that would put us on the 28th, 29th. So yeah, we still got a couple more chances to add to the rainfall. Anyway, it just means a good thing in some ways. You don't want everything to be saturated and wet and rain all the time, but going into the summer months where we can go through prolonged periods of dry weather and we start talking drought like we have the last 2 years I've been here, maybe this year we won't have to do that because we have had a really good rainy May. We'll see how it plays out. Hey, good morning, Mark Patton from Crossville. Good to see you on. Appreciate you saying hello. And appreciate all the eyeballs this morning. Very good Sunday here on Weather Extra, which is fantastically fabulous. It's great. And on that note, I got to go. I got things to do. I am going to enjoy a day of working in the garden. I know people are like, you're going to work in the garden on your day off, but that to me is relaxation. So I can't wait to do that. I don't know if I'm going to plant anything. I'm just going to kind of clean things up, take out some of the weeds and do stuff like that. And it's just kind of a good day to do that. I'll be keeping an eye on the radar. Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis will be in tonight, and he'll have the very latest on any storms that fire up. I am back tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 4:30 a.m. Yeah, it's early, but we're good to go. Everybody have a fantastic day. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll talk soon.